Peace everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Sophie and the topic of today's video is going to be the moon. So in this video we're actually going to talk about why the moon affects us as human beings and other plant life on the earth, how we can use the moon to manifest and the different moon phases, and how we can use the different moon phases to manifest any of our goals and desires. I really appreciate all of the support that you guys show me, all of the kindness in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below on the video, or even share it with anyone you believe would really enjoy these videos. We're going to be discussing the different aspects of the moon. We're going to talk about how to manifest the moon, so rituals we can do during different moon phases. We're going to talk about the different moon phases, and then we're also going to talk about why the moon affects the human psyche. So starting with the first being, why does the moon affect the human psyche? The moon affects the human psyche because of its gravitational pull towards the earth. So it actually not only affects our psyche, but it also affects the tides of the ocean, which essentially obviously is a huge part of our ecosystem on the earth. So that is why the moon has such a deep effect on us, especially considering the fact that our bodies are made up of about 60% water. The moon being able to control the largest water source on the earth obviously means that it also directly affects and coordinates the energy within our bodies and our energy centers. Research suggests that the moon can affect our sleeping cycles, our psyche, as well as our behavioral patterns. Hence why when a person is acting crazy, they're actually called a lunatic. That comes from the term lunar, which refers to the moon and its energy. Spiritually, the moon is connected to female energy. It's deeply connected to our psyche, and it also is believed to give off a mother energy, a mamta energy. The moon is a symbol of intuition, feminine energy, and emotions. It's deeply connected to our subconscious mind, our creativity, and our inner world. Ancient cultures revered the moon as a guiding force in agriculture, as well as rituals that were performed, and including the daily life as well, because it does affect us on a daily basis. So the moon was actually used by our ancestors a lot in ancient times to coordinate its energy and the phases of the moon with planting seeds, with harvesting seeds, with watering plants, because the moon does affect plant life on Earth due to obviously its gravitational pull. It affects the water on the planet everywhere, including the water in the plants, in the soil, in the ground, that type of thing. So how can we use the moon to manifest, right? The moon has different phases that you can use to manifest for different things and different goals. Me personally, I love to do most of my manifestation rituals during the full moon, obviously because this is when the moon's energy is at its peak. This is when the moon is completely full and visible to the naked eye as its spherical whole. It's always full, obviously, in outer space, but that's when it's full and it's visible to the naked eye, as well as obviously all the other carbon matter that's on the planet. And that's when its gravitational pull towards the ocean and the tides is the most potent or the strongest, due to it being at the peak of its energy. So I love to take out my crystals on every single full moon. I take them outside just to charge. I also usually have different like moon rituals, but these ones I specifically do on full moon, and they're money rituals. Usually I'll take out my wallet, just the whole thing with everything inside it, and I'll put it outside under the moon, just so it can charge with the moon's energy. Obviously, I set the intention that I want to manifest a lot of money. I want to manifest good financial habits. Okay, so how do we manifest using the moon? Basically, what you need to do is study the moon phases and all of the lunar phases and understand what they are understand how the energy of the moon is manifesting and how you can use that basically to manifest your goals. So you need to align your desires and goals and intentions that you want to set with the moon phases that are appropriate for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. For example, on a new moon, you would typically do all of the planting of the seeds, because the new moon represents new beginnings. It represents growth. It represents prosperity and like all of the potential energy of the things that are coming into your life. And then you could also do moon grounding rituals, which is basically kind of like going outside, looking at the moon. Especially, I personally like to do this on a full moon, looking at the moon, saying all of your intentions, saying them out loud, saying them in your mind, whatever feels comfortable to you, visualizing under the light of the moon, visualizing your dream life, your goals, any intentions that you set and you want to achieve. Basically do that. Moon journaling, right? So during different phases of the moon, you can definitely journal about gratitude. You can journal new affirmations. You can journal just how you're feeling to kind of maintain the flow of energy in your body, and also to be fully aware, because the thing with manifesting is that your emotions really are the biggest thing that, like, your emotions manifest a lot of things for you subconsciously. So kind of moon journaling, especially about gratitude. Gratitude is a really high vibrational feeling. So when you're constantly journaling about things that you're grateful for, the universe will understand that to be the universe. Like, the language of the universe is basically like frequencies, right? I think we can all agree that, and I'll make a video about that later, but the language of the universe is frequencies. And the thing with the universe is, when you feel something, your emotions are a signal to the universe. Like when you feel sad about something, it's a signal to the universe that you're not particularly enjoying whatever experience that you're having, right? So the same thing with gratitude. If you're grateful for the things that you already have in your life, the universe is going to take that as an opportunity to give you more of those things, because you're already grateful for what you have. That's why people basically say that abundance is not necessarily about being wealthy, extremely wealthy, or having a lot of money. It's just about appreciating all of the things that you do have. I journal personally. I try to do it as much as I can, which is every day. It's part of my everyday ritual. I have a gratitude journal that I write in every day. I just write. I don't have a specific number of things or even just a specific structure. I just write about what I'm grateful for, and it's helped me to manifest a lot of things. It's also helped me to stay grounded and kind of just stay grateful and happy in times when I might not necessarily, be feeling that way. The different phases of the moon, and oh yes, and I was also explaining earlier, I'm so sorry. I was also explaining earlier about what I do, or the ritual that I do on the full moon. So I usually put my crystals out so they can charge under the moonlight. I also put my wallet out. I keep a $1 note in my wallet that I charge under a full moon every single month. And basically, you're always supposed to keep at least some money in your wallet, right? Especially if you're like trying to manifest and having a lot of money, good financial habits, you need to have enough discipline to at least have $1 in your wallet that you never use for anything. You just keep it there. It could be any size note. I just felt like a dollar bill would be easier to keep in my wallet, and I would be able to keep it in there and not necessarily feel tempted to use it. So I usually lay out my $1 note that I obviously set the intention for, and I say, hey, Mother Moon or the moonlight or whoever really is out there, okay? I want to have good financial habits. I want to make sure that I save X amount of money. I want to make sure that I'm spending my money and investing it wisely for the present and for the future as well. So you keep that in your wallet and you make sure that you charge it every full moon. I also like to charge, you can honestly charge anything under the full moon. It just depends on what your intention is for it. I've put out my jewelry, my favorite like neck pieces. I put them out to charge under the full moon, and usually energy amulets are supposed to carry that moon energy around with you all the time whenever you wear them, and so they're supposed to basically be for protection. Also, I honestly have put out everything to charge. Like if you have herbs that you use to manifest anything, or to like just things like sage that you use to clean your house, things that you use to cleanse, things that you use to manifest, things that you use during your, you know, rituals, or things that you use when you pray, whatever it is, anything that you have that's spiritual, you can put it underneath the moon to charge. And the rule is always that you need to get everything that you laid outside to charge before the sun rises, so that before the sun rises, so that the energy of the moon is not affected by the energy of the sun when the sun comes up. But yeah, basically. And then now getting into the phases of the moon, we have the new moon phase. So the new moon phase is the phase that represents new beginnings. It represents growth, fresh starts, and planting seeds. The manifestation tip for the new moon is to write down as many new goals and intentions that you want to set. So if you want to start working out and be disciplined about working out, that would be the perfect thing to write down during the new moon phase. So you write down, I want to have a perfect workout routine that's going to help me achieve my body goals of X, Y, and Z. Be really specific. I want abs. I want those little lines that make my stomach defined. I want to make $1,000 selling whatever you sell, or I want a raise, I want a promotion, all of those things, right? And then the spell work that you can do for the new moon phase would be to perform rituals for new opportunities, right? I want a new job. I want to move to a new country. I want to get a work visa to go to a new country. I want to start meeting new people. I want to meet new friends. Maybe you're lonely. Maybe you want to meet someone new, a partner in your life. Maybe you have outgrown where you live and you just want to move to a new place. The new moon is a great phase to start journaling and writing your intentions about those things that you do want to achieve. The spell work could be enhancing creativity, right? Motivation and clarity. The first quarter moon, which appears after the new moon, is the energy is decision making, overcoming challenges, as well as the manifestation tip for that would be reflecting on obstacles, and adjust plans as needed. So you've already set your goals. You've already said, okay, these are my workout goals. This is what I want to do. These are my new body goals. Maybe you need to make an adjustment. Maybe you're not going to be able to go to the gym for as long as you want to every day. You're going to have to find a different way to work out. Maybe instead of driving everywhere, you'll take a long walk to the shopping center close to your house. At least you're still meeting your fitness goals. You're completing another task in the house, and you've adjusted your plan to meet your fitness goals. The first quarter moon also boosts courage. It boosts determination and problem solving. And the waxing moon, or the gibbous moon, which looks like this. Waxing moon, the energy of the waxing moon is refinement and preparation. And manifestation tip, fine-tune your goals and prepare for success. Spell work, strengthen projects or relationships nearing fruition. And then the full moon energy is high energy, manifestation and illumination. Celebrate your achievements and perform gratitude rituals. Amplify abundance, healing, and clarity. Release what no longer serves you. The next one would be the waning or gibbous moon, which comes right after the full moon. I do not necessarily appreciate this moon phase because right after the full moon, the energy of the planet starts declining, obviously because the moon is full and it's now reclining into its different other phases that come through. So you can expect to be feeling a little bit lazy, a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired of goals and things that I want to achieve, and I just kind of feel like I don't really have time to be lazy or procrastinating or anything of that sort. Okay, the Venus gibbous moon energy is gratitude, sharing wisdom, and releasing, right? Manifestation tip, let go of limiting beliefs and behaviors. And then spell work is banishing negativity, forgiveness rituals. And then the last quarter moon, the energy is rest, reflection, and closure. Manifestation tip, review what worked and release what didn't. Spell work, clear clutter and toxic cycles. The waning crescent moon is rest, surrender, and healing. Manifestation tip, focus on self-care and spiritual connection. Spell work, prepare for new beginnings and recharge your energy. 4 tips for manifesting and performing spells during each moon phase. So create a moon ritual space. Get some candles, get some crystals, light your crystals, charge your candles. You can also use your crystals before you put them outside, before you go to bed. Just to create an ambiance. And then you can also use crystals that are associated with the moon, which would be moonstones or selenite. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And then use affirmations. Make sure to say your affirmations, especially during the different moon phases. You can use different affirmations for different things. I have different affirmations for different things. I have money affirmations, I have beauty affirmations, I have protection affirmations. You can also have forgiveness affirmations if you think that you're a person that finds it very hard to forgive and you have a lot of people that you need to forgive. Forgiveness affirmations during the different moon phases that are appropriate would be really helpful as well. And then you can also work with the elements. Oh, which is one thing I forgot to say. Under the full moon, I actually charge my moon water. I always charge my moon water under the moon, and once I collect my moon water, I usually just drink it immediately, just because it reconfigurates the energy in your body and aligns it with the energy of the moon, which is basically the energy of nature, since the moon is affecting the energy of everything else around us. You can also use your moon water for cleansing. So you can put it in your bath water and you can say affirmations into your water, or you can pray over your water. I pray over my water every day anyways before I take a shower. And you can pray over your water and use it to bath. It will just also still reconfigure the energy in your body and your body centers, as well as give you cleansing and just protection. And water is the symbol of the moon, so it would kind of work best for you to use both of those elements in any of the spell work that you have. You can also, typically what I like to do is I like to boil cinnamon, because cinnamon is the herb of abundance, and cinnamon is the element of the herb cinnamon is fire. And so I typically like to boil my cinnamon water on a Thursday, because that's the planet of Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of abundance. I usually like to boil it on a Thursday. Once I boil my cinnamon water, I let it cool down. I put it in a jar, and then on a full moon, I will put it outside just so it can charge. Once I have that water, I usually use it as room spray just to constantly call in that abundance. I also spray our front door to call in abundance into the house. I also spray all the corners of my room just so I'm in my abundant era, and yeah, I love that. You can also use it for anything else. I mean, you can use moon water to spray in your hair. I also used to do that a lot. I used to use moon waters to spray it in my hair, especially if you want long hair. A good example of a routine that you can create, or a ritual that you can create for a new moon phase where you want your hair to grow, because that's the moon phase that represents growth. You can use your moon water that you charged, put it in a spray bottle, and spray it in your hair every day, and obviously pray over it, say affirmations into it, give it the intention of just growing your hair and imagining your hair being long and luscious and, all those good juicy bits. And you can use it in your hair to spray it every day. It worked for me. I mean, I feel like my hair has been growing a lot lately. In the last 6 months, it has really grown a lot, and I've been using moon water. Also, so you can use water for cleansing, or fire for passion and energy. And also track moon cycles. So use a moon calendar. You can always download a moon calendar. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of free apps that just show you the moon. You can download a moon calendar and it will literally tell you all of the different phases of the moon. However, if you would like, you can download this app called Moonly, Moonly, and this app will basically tell you all of the phases of the moon. It also has a meditation section where you can have different meditations. has all types of meditations. They're honestly amazing. Meditation has changed my life. I have become a lot more emotionally regulated and psychologically regulated as well, especially for somebody who struggles from depression or anxiety. I find that meditation really helps a lot. So, and the moon cycle can also tell you, the Moonly also tells you what different rituals that you can actually do during the moon cycles. So that would be a good app to track. But yeah, um, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this information was really helpful to you. I would definitely, I'm sure in some future, make a part 2 based on the moon. Just because I feel like obviously we haven't covered everything. There's always a lot more information that we can learn, but if you guys have any specific questions regarding this topic, please feel free to drop down below. I will definitely answer all your questions. If you also have any other topics that you'd like for me to cover or go over that you kind of feel like you don't have a lot of information on, maybe you live in an area where you're surrounded by people that just aren't really into, like, you know, spirituality or metaphysics, and you kind of have a lot of topics that you're curious to know about. If I know anything about them, even if I don't, I'll probably research them just out of curiosity to let you guys know. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this video. Thank you so much for all of your support, for all of the love that you guys show in my comment section. Please do subscribe to my channel so we can finally get monetized and your girl can make that money. Also, please share with anybody you think would love this side of YouTube, metaphysical YouTube. And yeah, give me a thumbs up on the video as well if you enjoyed it. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Sylvie, and I will see you next time. Bye.